Gav.
3, 2, 1, gone.
Pierre Cardin.
Diverse the Booker for the long range.
P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.
And our host is frozen yet again.
Hey, just us, mate.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Thanks everyone in the chat for persevering with us. Yet again, another week of technical difficulties.
Difficulties?
Yeah, we're playing round robin with this shit, aren't we? Between you, Gav, Dane.
100%. Well, Gav will be back soon, and I've just chucked this bad boy on Instagram, on the Instagrams live, Nate. So fuck, I'll tell you what, if you don't go over there and fucking like it and give it a share, I'm just going to be mean to you, mate, for the next few pods.
Yeah, I mean, we've got this nice little panel on the side there now with a vertical layout. Thanks for your efforts there, Gav and Boyd. I had absolutely nothing to fucking do with that.
How's your Wi-Fi going, Gav?
No, it's not going well. Apologies, everybody. It hasn't been a good start to the show. Boyd, how did your intro go? I missed it.
The intro, mate. There was no intro.
We forgot the most important part. Welcome to the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. This is your host, Gavin.
Let me start it properly. Welcome to the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. I am your host, Gavin, and today we are joined by our two favourite people in certain verticals. So we've got our favourite Aussie in Singapore. Nate, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. My internet works. My faculties are all in order, unlike everyone else on this fucking pod.
Yes, you clearly got us covered today. So apologies to everyone. My internet may drop in and out. So Boyd, Nate, instead of sitting there looking like stunned fucking fish when it happens, maybe keep talking. And of course, we're joined by everyone's favourite piece of shit, Boyd. Boyd, how are you? You looking fuzzy today?
Yeah, a little bit fuzzy, mate. I've got. I think that I have unknowingly applied a filter to my video, and I don't know how to take the fucking thing off. But it makes me look a couple of years younger.
He's got his OnlyFans filter on.
That's possibly the most. That's.
And he froze again. I think he was about to say that's possibly the most coolest thing I've ever heard, Boyd. Well done. I think that's what it was just about.
Well, he's not here to argue with you. So
no, he's not. He's not. But yeah, man. I'll just answer his question when he's not here. Man, I've had a great week. We are off to a great start, beating Minnesota, and that game yesterday, I was fucking in and out and up and down off of my seat and fucking. But yeah, it was just a really good week, man. How about you, Nate?
I mean, it's our basketball aside, which I've been able to watch a lot of this week. It's been another typical week for me. Still enjoying my break, a little time off. That's coming to an end soon.
Lovely.
So it means less basketball games, but yeah.
I've been actually the first couple of games. I had to battle flights into Perth and back. And I was lucky enough to have delayed flights, which I'll say is lucky because I got to watch an extra quarter, basically. So
how much did you actually see of the mini game?
No, the whole mini game. I was back for that.
The whole one,
but,
nice.
No, but I'm talking about the Monday game and the Wednesday game. We're literally
Atlanta and Portland.
Yeah. So they basically. I got to see the first around about 3 quarters, and then I had to watch highlights for the rest of it. Bit of a pain in the ass, but yeah, all good, man, all good. Now we have Gavin has returned.
So I guess time for the segment drop before we talk too much about it, Gav.
How is everybody's favourite piece
of shit, Boyd?
No, I've just told everyone how I am, mate. I'm just talking
He's
about
not
you,
fine.
but I can't fucking do it, Gav. I can't do it like you do it.
You can't do it
Tell
like
us.
I do it. Well,
How's your week been, mate?
It's been a busy week as usual. But I'm looking forward to next week. Next week's going to be just as busy. But I hear a little rumor that everyone's favorite.
Wow, this is really going to be something interesting, isn't it?
This is going to be great. So, look, I'm going to predict what he was going to say, and I believe he was going to say everybody's favourite piece of shit is heading to Melbourne this week for my Christmas party, which I am. And I'm going to catch up. I'm going to get on the piss with Gavin. He's going to shout me a whole bunch, so it's going to be fucking great.
We've got it on record here. Free beers for Boyd, courtesy of our host.
Gavin. Yeah, he's going to love shout me all that piss, and we're going to have a great time Friday night. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. So, I don't know.
Well, let's just get into the wrap-up. We don't have Gav there to use the drop, so we'll just do it
Have you got the agenda to drive it?
Yeah, so we've got, what do you say? Normally you'd say, all right, let's wrap it up. We had versus Atlanta, a 122-124 loss. Brooks led the points at 34. Dizzy led rebounds at 8. Book led assists at 7. Then we went. We had Portland. We went to Portland. Sorry, we had a 110 win against Portland, with Book scoring 19 as one of the high scorers. Williams with 6 rebounds. Dizzy with 6 assists, and then yesterday's amazing game at home versus Mini. Well, let's not go through the stats on that one because everyone's aware how fucking good a game that was, and we're only going to talk about one particular person, aren't we? Gav, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. I look forward to the next 30 seconds. I'm with you guys.
That's what she said.
Boyd, how did you see the week?
Oh, mate, I saw it through rose-coloured glasses, and kids screaming in the background. Mate, I saw it. So we had a capitulation. Is that the word, dudes? In that fourth quarter?
I don't think that's about right.
In the fourth quarter? Who had a capitulation?
In our loss.
Ah, right, yeah.
Oh, the Atlanta game, right.
Yeah. We did have a capitulation in the last quarter. You are correct.
A capitulation, yes. There was a capitulation. With that game, and I thought that we, for the most part of that game, I thought, it was really, really good. And then, we just sort of all of our demons from last year came back, and our defense went out the window, and they scored nearly the same amount as they scored in the first half. They put on in the fourth quarter, and they just fucked us dry, man. And it was
fucked us dry and raw.
yeah, in one quarter, but not too. Not too upset because I get to look at the record and we're still fucking flying. So I'm happy. The next game, who was that next game? It was
at home.
Portland at home, and we took care of business, right? We all that was one that we all expected. Came out, and they're not really the most highly touted team, and they had people out as well on top of that tag. So, not really taking much from that, except for the fact that we took care of business, and we didn't. Here's something that we did a lot last season: is we played to the opposition. If they were a fucking lesser team and they weren't really on our scouting report, we dropped down a few bars, and it was really, really telling. Obviously, but I think in that game, we kept our identity, even though we were playing a lesser team, and I like that. Now, Minnesota,
keep going, may as well. Unless you want to give Gav a chance to talk while he's still live.
Nah,
Minnesota.
Cocky ass fucking Anthony Edwards gets it. And how cool is
this?
Went
for 41 points.
The bane of our existence in the playoffs for a couple of seasons. What was it? It was a sweep in the first season, and then it was did we steal one in that second time? I can't quite remember, but anyway,
we didn't
make
the playoffs in the second season.
That's right. I think we had to beat them a couple of times in the last week of regulation or something as well to make it. But man, that game, all the shit that I'm not even going to fucking bag on Book on that game, and you guys probably thought that I was going to, given my, how I started the season.
Rants.
Yeah. Well, bagging him and whatnot. Then he just comes, good in my eyes last week, but I'm not going to do it because I think for all, Book's going to have a shitter every now and then, and I think that he's gotten enough reps. He's allowed his team with his unselfishness at the start of the season, and this is the lens I'm looking at it, right? The team has rhythm because Book is a superstar that shares that fucking ball, right? He gets people involved, and he sometimes does it at the expense of his own statistics. And in that Minnesota game, I think he had 8 assists in the first quarter and a bit. 8 assists, and it was looking really good. Got us off to a really good start through his, through his court vision and him getting our other guys in rhythm. And fuck it, he had to, because little did we know he was about to shit the bed and start throwing bricks. And
that is literally the note I have written down here for the mini bed. the mini game. He shit the bed.
Yeah. So basically, he fucking needed to get everyone in their rhythm early because, he was going to shit the bed. He was about to fucking rack up nearly 10 turnovers in that game. But in saying that, this is fucking his team. So when everyone else does well, it's a byproduct of Devin Booker. When everyone else does shit, it's also a byproduct from Devin Booker and his leadership and how good he is as a floor general, and what he instills into that locker room. This is his fucking team. So kudos to Devin Booker for the win. He nearly took it from us, but kudos to him. And that's my little rant.
A take on the whole week rather than looking at the individual games. Everyone has a bad week at work, at some point. And this is the first week this year this season that Books had a bad week. Did not perform that well in the Atlanta game. 0 of 6 from 3. He might have got the 19 points in the second game against Portland, but it wasn't really what we'd call a standout performance from him. And then you go into the mini game where he shit the bed. So the guy genuinely had a bad week. That's all right. The week's over. He can have a little bit of a rest because he's going to get a hell of a task ahead of him with the schedule coming up for the next 7 days. I think we're all going to spend a lot of time going on to one particular player when we talk about this week because he appeared everywhere in every game. Gav?
Yes, it was. Thanks for having me back. You two did beautifully. You two did beautifully pushing through there. I hope I found a little resolution, but let's see whether or not it actually works now. It was a hell of a week. Obviously, the first game was really it was a disappointing loss. You can't go up 20 and then drop that kind of game to Atlanta. Late, we made poor decisions, and it was a disappointing end result for everyone, I think, because we might have, even Suns fans, and I know Boyd, you were making some comments on that game day. We were a little bit Minnesota-y in that game against Atlanta. We'd all decided the game was over halfway through the last, and it was just a disappointing way to drop the game. I think the entire thing sort of shifted when Ricochet went down. I think they were pretty upset with our man Dizzy. They thought that Dizzy might have given him a shove. He definitely put his hand on him.
He wouldn't. He'd never.
Ricochet just went back and looked at it and said no. The normal foul.
Ricochet just didn't know how to hold on to the ring, but he did take a big fall, and I think Atlanta sort of fired up after that, and we weren't able to slow the game down. We allowed them to play with pace, and they just picked us apart after that, and we made silly mistakes. But
and I think before he froze, it was going to go into perhaps maybe who we thought our MVP for the week was?
Well,
Do you think that's where-
while we're waiting for him to disconnect and reconnect, Nate, why don't you tell us what you think of the few games we played this week?
All right, he did. Basically, if you want to look at our leader, he had a bad week at work. But like you said earlier, next man up mentality, everyone did step up. And especially Mr. Dizzy Colin Gillespie. Fucking hell, what a week.
I think that's what Gav was just leading into.
So he should have been.
Yeah.
If he's back.
I kind of was. I was actually leading into the team correcting as a whole, but we'll talk about. You keep playing the drops and then leaving again. I think that's where this is headed because my fix certainly did not work. Stupid Wi-Fi. We live in Australia. It's supposed to be better than this garbage. Telstra.
The Singapore shit's awesome.
You know what's funny, Gav, is that
What?
I've had a lot of issues in the past with connectivity, and you've bagged the shit out of me for it.
I've never bagged you for connectivity. I've only bagged you for using your mobile phone instead of bringing a laptop out.
And I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be the bigger man.
with your OnlyFans filter.
I don't get many options there. I don't get many opportunities.
That is certainly not. That is certainly not true. You're going to hang shit on me flat out, and that's fair enough. I mean, that's yeah.
Let's try and bang through this, Gav. I think you're on limited
time.
So
who was your MVP this week, Boyd?
Colin Gillespie. Straight up. You know why? Fucking me dead. Colin Gillespie. Our guy.
No.
This guy, Gavin, wait a second.
Yes. Sorry, Boyd.
This guy, do you remember last year when he was a two-way guy? And I went on wax saying he is something else, and he has not done a fucking single thing wrong in all 7 minutes he's played in the last two games, and he should be getting more. And then you told me to fucking calm down. He's a two-way player for a reason. I just wanted to bring that up and just sort of toot my own horn that I was right all that time ago about him being our saviour, pretty much. MVP.
Yeah, look, I can't disagree with you too much. I put my votes down for each game. For Atlanta, it was Dylan Brooks and Colin Gillespie. Worth noting, even though he didn't get 34 points like Dylan did, he got 15-8-7-2 stat line in the Atlanta game. For me, it was Book and Dizzy. You look at the stat lines down, they both scored 19 points. Few more stats went Book's way on this one, but Book and Dizzy for Portland. And then it was all Colin Gillespie for Minnesota. So based on the votes, you got to give it this week is Colin Gillespie is the MVP for the Suns. And I don't even think anyone in that locker room would disagree with that.
Gav?
Yeah, Colin Gillespie. Who was your Marley Hustle player of the week? I've got a feeling it might be the same name.
It is. It's Colin Gillespie. It's Colin Gillespie. And one thing I like about Colin Gillespie is that when a lot of players pick up their offensive workload, it takes something from the other end of the court. Not every single player, but you look at where he's come from in the minutes he was playing, and we're like, okay, yeah, he's been this real fucking grindy guy. He's picking guys up like he is where he is. But he's only out there for 10 minutes, so fucking he should. And that could have been a little bit – he's playing a lot of fucking minutes, man. They're on the up and up, and he's picking up his usage. He's not going too far any single way, and he's picking up his offensive production whilst not dropping off on his defensive intensity. And I use that word because even if he doesn't go out there and get 3 steals and 2 blocks per game, and he's getting deflections. He's making people uncomfortable. He's getting players off of their spot, and he's just got to be such a pain in the ass for a player to play out their usual offense. And he hasn't let up in that regard at all, I don't think, which is something really refreshing to see. He's still got the wide eyes of a rookie scale contract trying to make it type thing, but he's given us all the other stuff of a of a really good role player.
Yeah, look, I think you've got to give a few votes. Like Dylan Brooks plays consistent hustle with all of his starters minutes. Every minute he's out there. And while I think we're all just getting a little bit too used to seeing it to give him the votes. So we'll give him a mention. We've seen Jordan Goodwin's name pop up plenty in the chat there. And yes, yeah, absolutely. With the minutes he had, you could absolutely give him a vote for hustle. But Colin Gillespie this week, what he's done every minute he's been on the court, all 3 games, and especially when you get right down the end of the mini game, 30 seconds left on the clock, it's his steal that kept us in the game, and then it was his nail biter dagger right at the end that won us the game. So it's got to be Colin Gillespie.
Gav,
I think my Wi-Fi's back. Fingers crossed. Back. Everyone in the chat, everyone cross your fingers for me. Pray for me. Pray. Pugs, we will, on the Aussie Suns Fans podcast, we'll absolutely take you seriously that a dingo ate your baby. Yeah, I see the comments for Jordan Goodwin. It's a good shout. Dylan Brooks is a good shout, but you cannot go. Colin Gillespie has to have every single award that we could possibly give out this week, except for the pull your finger out, because he's the only guy who doesn't have to pull your finger out. Dizzy Gillespie, we will make this catch on in the US. Let's get a bit of Dizzy action going. Colin Gillespie all over the shop in all 3 games. He was absolutely amazing, and we'll go into more detail around some of our thoughts about Colin later on. Boyd, who do you think has to pull their finger out?
I'll do some more backy flipping, and I'll say Nick Richards. On a very small sample size, and it was.
I'm down, Gav. Let him have it.
And calm down, mate. You need to fucking cut out, I think. Anyway, boy, I think here's what I think. Now, keeping in mind, I'd interrupted watching time during the first couple of games with my flights, but that last game, I just feel like in the first half, I didn't really, he just played like a backup center, I feel, but in the second half when he came on, it was more critical, I suppose. It's when we really started compounding down on our errors, and he made a few in a row. I think it was in the start of the 4th. I think it was. He just made, it was this offensive, a couple of offensive fouls and a fucking he gave up a couple of offensive rebounds, and he just he did not look locked in at all, which is really against the grain of what this team has been all season. So, pull your finger out, mate. I know you're better than that. I'm your guy, Nick. Big dick Nick. I am your guy. But you can't have, especially in a fucking a tournament game, man. We've got that flash court
game.
You can't go shit on that flash court. So come on, pull your finger out.
It is a flash-looking court, though, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Oh, it's lovely. But in the interest of Gav being frozen there, my pull your finger out. I'm going to start with a quick recap. Last week, I didn't give it a full finger. I said just pull your pinky out to Ryan Dunn. And every time I give him this award, he does respond quite well. He's been getting starters minutes. He went 12-4-4-2 against Atlanta, 9-3-4-5 against Portland, 4-3-1-2-1 against Mini. I think he's pulled his pinky out. I'm pretty happy with the response. Then we come and talk about Big Dick Nick. Also outplayed him all week. He was coming out third string center, and he still outplayed Nick every game. Nick had 13 minutes, 3 points, 5 boards, a block. At Atlanta, Portland, he got 10 minutes, 8 points, 2 boards. In the mini game, he got 7 minutes, 2 points, 4 boards. Now, you're second off the bench or first off the bench at center position. You should be getting more than 13 minutes, and you should be doing more with them. So I tend to – I can see why people in recency bias might go, you know what, this week Book needs to pull his finger out. The Book's done so much all season, and like I said before, everyone has a bad week at work. Whereas Nick Richards, we need you to get your trade value up. So, yeah, pull your fucking finger out because we need something in return.
Colin Gillespie.
Just because you want to give him every award.
No, my pull your finger out this week, and I hope I'm still going here because everything seems a bit frozen. So I hope you guys can still hear me.
Good, mate.
My pull your finger out this week is to the NBA referees. Stop with your fucking garbage. Just stop. You're also going to win another award today just for your performance in the last quarter against the Timberwolves. But seriously, fucking people don't switch the TV on, the old telly, to watch NBA referees. Stop making the fucking games about you. Pull your finger out. Fucking do your job.
Was it last week, that game when we got it was a Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks got a tech for fucking garbage.
Yeah, we can't even tell. Like when we talk about the tech these games, we can't even tell what he's getting tech for anymore.
Yeah, something happened first. I was trying to remember and told Nate earlier. Something happened which was fucking terrible, and then they teched Brooks.
Even that last call where Book ended up getting the tech and fouling out. When they called the foul, nobody on the commentary, not even the refs that called the foul, knew who the foul was on. They didn't know if it was Brooks. They didn't know if it was Booker. And they spent that long looking at the fucking thing and then tech Book. Like, what the fuck?
If anyone in that play should have got a foul, it was Brooks. What the correct call for that play was a tech foul on Gobert for flopping. How do you call a foul on the person that is in front and boxing out on a rebound?
Especially when the guy's putting a half tall.
That's right. Joel's bang on. So when Ricochet fell in that one, the Suns inbounded the ball and tried to play, and the ref stopped the game. And the Suns are going, you can't stop the game. Like, he's not in the way. He's not going to hurt anything. You have to let the game play on. We haven't broken any rules, and they teched Brooks for that.
And their coach came onto the court.
Yeah, walked midway into the court, didn't get teched.
Well, he got a foul. He got the tech as well, didn't he?
No, I don't think he got teched.
I remember the commentary. I think EJ was talking about, hang on a minute, they're going to tech Ott now.
Oh, they might have teched. No, their coach was the one who walked to, what's his name, Schneider, walked straight out in the middle of the, we're not here to fuck Schneiders. He walked straight out in the middle of the court.
As far as the Suns getting a shit-ass whistle, which we're all biased, right? So we all feel it. We all feel that way to a certain extent.
You didn't feel that last quarter against Minnesota was blatant, though? Like, it was blatantly bad.
Yeah, it was,
that jump ball.
They were calling things that didn't even fucking exist. The Julius Randle jump ball. How the fuck you got a timeout called in that when he's not got possession and Brooks is holding the ball as well? I have no fucking idea.
Even the challenge where Brooks got done for the foul, there was contact there, no doubt, from Brooks. But the way he threw his head back and fell on the floor and fucking rolled around, like that bloke gets away with so much fucking contact, and he flopped around like a fish that's been landed in a boat. And the referees, out of spite, if I reviewed that after I'd called a foul on Dylan Brooks and I reviewed it, I would have gone, you know what? I'm overturning the foul and I'm teching that motherfucker.
Yeah, or Adam Silver is going to tech me next week. Fuck.
The point I was going to make, and I think there was a review that we did on a play with Dylan Brooks, and we won it. And it was on a foul where he was hitting it was the Atlanta game, I think. He was hitting the jaw by fucking was it Jalen Johnson? Jalen Johnson got him with the elbow, and it was an offensive foul, and it was a flagrant one. It ended up being, and I think we had a foul called on us. And Dylan Brooks is on the ground, and he probably there was probably some theatrics with him going backwards. But when them refs went to announce the fact that they were wrong, it was like pulling teeth, and just the tones in their voices, it was like, yeah, there was contact, and there was contact with the elbow. It was unnecessary, and flagrant one, Suns ball, but and it was just really it was like they were like, I don't want to fucking do this. Can we say that there's a fly on the screen and we can't see it properly, or is there something we can do to fuck the Suns on this play? But in their body language and their facial expressions and the tone. It's just like, just fucking do your job, man. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
they were
So many shit moments.
They were pissed.
you've taken
They
5
were
minutes.
pissed that they had to do it. They were pissed that they had to do it. And I
The
was with
referee-
you. I was actually thinking in some of the review they showed they fucking actually rewound to the other end of the court with the play coming up the floor.
Yeah.
And I'm going, are they looking for a foul like in the last 30 seconds that they could go,
Yeah.
yeah, look, the foul wasn't on Brooks, but 30 seconds ago there was a foul up the other end, and that's what we're going to call.
And if you didn't see that, in the first quarter, I'm pretty sure there was somebody swearing on the Suns bench. Pretty sure I heard that back in the first quarter. So fuck that, no.
There was also a foul challenged. I think it might have been early again when Ott challenged early. The ref came up after reviewing the challenge. You could see him come into the microphone because Ott won the challenge. He's beating fucking sweat. He's been reffing the game for like fucking 10 minutes. He looked like he's just on his way to confessional from a whorehouse. And he's just like, you could see, I don't want to give them this challenge. You know?
Do you think Foster? Is it Greg? It's not Greg Foster, is it?
Scott
Foster. You reckon he's just got into everyone's ears? Like even the
He's
new
got a
guys?
union. He started his own union among the refs.
Yeah.
The anti-Suns
payroll.
union.
He's
By the
got a
way,
payroll.
Boyd, with my internet and everything dropping out, you can click on media assets and you can play the drops.
Yeah.
There you go.
Probably do know something like that. I can just start dropping now if you
I'm
like.
betting this isn't going to happen, though.
All right.
Hey, before we move up to games,
you'll see the panic in his eyes if that has to happen. Yes, before we move on
to games, just a couple more Dylan Brooks moments for the week.
Come on.
Did you see at the end where he managed to milk the foul from Mike Conley in the backcourt? How the fuck did he manage to do that? It was weak as piss.
Mike's pretty level-headed, right? He doesn't get sucked in that much.
And I don't know if anyone's noticed when Dylan Brooks he's in the triple threat position and he's looking to create space. Have you noticed how he does it? He sticks his head in the chest of the opponent and sees if he can push him to create the space. And then he comes back. It's just fucking hilarious to watch because you've got EJ in the commentary going, oh, he's trying to create space, and all you can see is he's sticking his head in the fucking other player's chest.
Fuck off.
All right, so the last thing for this segment, our record prediction. Nate, you're still at 32.
Yeah, man, I'm not going to change that at least till Christmas.
We're going to fucking probably eclipse that bitch before Christmas, mate.
I don't think we play 32 games before Christmas. But Boyd, 61 wins. Are you still happy with that prediction?
Looking better and better by the week. I'll keep it.
And I am sticking with 35 at this point in time because we've won the games we should win. Although yesterday I didn't know about that. I was sort of on the fence. But I will say, Boyd, because of your bragging last week, I will remind everyone that I predicted the exact wins and losses for this week. Drop to Atlanta and win the next two. So I
was hoping you wouldn't bring that up.
Just to remind you, my friend.
I see that you're
okay.
extra happy that we lost one. That's fucking good to see.
Don't worry, I'll get it right again this week.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Let's go back to our roots, gentlemen. And what has come out of the chat that we've decided to talk about today is what pieces of obscure Suns merchandise do you have that you'd like to share with the world? Now, those of you in the chat, if you've got some obscure Suns merchandise, please throw up in the chat what it is that you have so that we can share it. But let's start with a couple of the guys that shared some stuff on the chat group this week. So first up, we have Justin. And Justin has a signed jersey of Charlie Scott. What are your thoughts, gents?
But bloody bring it.
That's kind of
that's
obscure. Yeah, that's Justin.
What a great point guard he was for us. Underappreciated in Suns history, Charlie Scott.
Is that how you named your son? Not after
No.
Charles Barkley, after Charlie Scott.
Oh, if it suits the segment, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm your
Yeah,
fucking,
roll it
I'm
out.
your
Well
fucking
done.
chameleon, baby.
Then we have some obscure Suns merch from Brendan. I think so. Just for a bit of scope for you guys, I think he still wears this. It's a Steve Nash baby jumpsuit. We've got the front and back there. Look at a bit of Nash action there with the baby jumpsuit. What are your thoughts,
signed.
gents? No,
I
it's
love
not
it.
signed.
I saw this go up in the Aussie Suns fans chat, but I just saw it was a Nash jersey. I thought, it's just a signed Nash jersey. It's cool. I didn't see it was a onesie. I mustn't have read the
Little
text.
baby onesie.
It's a baby onesie. Man, that
baby.
was
Still on it.
Maybe make him an offer. Make him an offer, mate, and see whether he's.
I'll wear the shit out of that, man.
I think you would, to be honest. I think that'd be a really good look on you.
Yeah.
A really good look on you. What about you, Boyd? Have you got any obscure Suns merch? And obscure is completely up to you.
I've got some toys. That's about it. No, I don't. No, I've got some different toys, but I don't have bobbleheads and stuff like that. I'm a fucking grown up. I don't have fucking all that sort of shit. I get the old jersey.
Now give the real answer. The reason you don't have any obscure Suns merch is because you're too fucking tight to buy it.
Yeah, correct. But again, Gavin, if it suits my fucking narrative, I'm going to run with it, and I'm going to run as fast and awkwardly as I can, mate.
Do you know the real problem with you've had this agenda for a couple of days now. You've known this topic's coming. You have a jersey that the Suns don't actually wear.
Last week.
You wore it last week. It is an obscure piece of Suns merchandise because the Suns don't even wear that jersey. It's specified. It's specialized. It's exactly what you would consider to be obscure Suns merchandise.
Oh, really? I thought it was just something that was widely available. Yeah. Well, yeah, I've got a book, Legendary Gold.
Okay, Boyd. Nate
Legendary
and I have been talking about this. You really need to fucking up your game, mate. Your lack of research and your lack of commitment to this pod is starting to get a little disappointing.
Mate,
you're not even wearing Suns merch.
Talking about that since the second time I was on this fucking pod, right? And it hasn't gotten any better since then. So what makes you think you bringing it up once every 6 months is going?
There we go. All right. Bring it up more frequently.
we have from Dane, and I love this one. When he was over in the US, Dane picked up this Devin Booker bobblehead of the famous moment in the bubble. What are your thoughts there, Jensen? He's also got the Suns cups there and a shaker, all that sort of shit.
You know, that is iconic moment, and the fact they made that into a bobblehead as a laying down one, that's pretty cool.
Boyd, any comment on that one?
I'm back. I didn't see myself come back. Sorry, mate. After I got booted. But okay, as far as kids' toys go, that's really cool. I think it's a monumental time in Suns history. You could call it the moment our fucking lucks turned around. It fucking was, actually. The bubble was. It 100% was. That's when we fucking came out of the darkness. So yeah, I like that one, man.
And his other one is
the baby booties.
Yeah, he's got the baby books. I've got a pair of them too. Look,
he's got bum cheeks tattooed on his wrist. I love that. I love that for him. I love it for him.
Speaking of bum cheeks, did anyone see? It was probably a fake image, but when we were talking about this in the group chat, someone put up a Phoenix Suns dildo.
Yeah, Boyd did. That's why he said, "I've got toys," and that's why that picture is not going up here because Boyd does not own that. He just Googled it.
No, AI created it, mate.
Oh, AI did. Sorry,
took me seconds and seconds, buddy. And
all
I
right,
don't know
Nate,
what
do you got?
Big bomby knocker butt plug was. Was that a butt plug? That other thing?
Yeah, I think it was a butt plug. You'd know.
That was dope.
I'm actually going to talk about a piece of merch I got when I was over there with you, Gav. And I'm hoping you're going to talk about the Tom Chambers shoe sitting behind your head.
It was what I was going to bring up.
Good.
Yes.
So mine is the Dan Marley GCU jersey.
I love this.
Where is it there? And he never played for him, obviously, but he was their coach. And it's it's a fucking great jersey. And the story's even better because
all right, great segment, guys. Let's fucking move on to something interesting, hey? How about that?
Shut up,
Cut
boy.
him out again, Gav. So when me and Gav were over there, we're drinking a lot at Marley's, and Dan's business partner came and gave us a bit of attention and then just emptied the storeroom with merchandise. And that jersey actually came in a massive, heavy, glass-framed wall mounting that was as wide as my arms could carry. And we were pissed as mules carrying this massive fucking glass casing with that jersey in it through downtown Phoenix back to the hotel. Woke up in the morning, hung over as motherfuckers, and we both looked and went, what the fuck are we going to do with that? And next thing you know, we're just literally, I'm breaking the thing apart, tearing it out of the frame, and I'm lucky enough it fits me, so I just kept the jersey. And what did we do? We gave the frame to housekeeping if they wanted to put
we gave the frame to housekeeping, and it was smashed up, and because it was glued, and we've smashed it to pieces, gave it to housekeeping. And then, we had the
Hilarious.
Barclay ball. We had the Barclay ball, which I've got up here, up the top. That was fully inflated, so I had to deflate it to get it into the suitcase.
So they gave us an inflated basketball, knowing we're getting on a plane back to Australia.
had to deflate that. And, of course, as he discussed, a whole heap of merch came out. I got my signed Tom Chambers shoe, which is my obscure piece of
shoe.
Well used in a game by Tom. So thank you, Tom, you gentleman, for giving me that, even though you don't know you gave it to me. And also probably the most obscure piece of Suns merch that we got on that day was a very limited edition print that somebody is enjoying in Phoenix Airport.
Because I left it there. You left it
Nate and I were Nate. No, I think I left it in the lounge in Phoenix. But Nate and I were very, very drunk, and I think it was in a big tube, and I just left it on the seats. I'm pretty sure. So whoever's got that, I hope you're enjoying it. But you also broke my heart. So that was fun. I know Boyd gets upset when we talk about stuff that he won't spend money on, but everyone in the chat enjoyed it. Boyd, so shut the fuck up. And that's
how it came to pass. The convict crew that tarred the plate factory roof in the spring of '49 wound up sitting in a row at 10 o'clock in the morning, drinking icy cold Bohemia-style beer. We sat and drank with the sun on our shoulders and felt like free men.
Beer time.
Who do you want to have a beer with this week, Nate? And what type of beer would you have with them?
Well, the beers are going to be all of them because Nike's paying. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the topic because we're no doubt going to go over it a few times. But the release of the book 2s, I want to have a beer with book and celebrate the release of chapter 2, especially while Nike's picking up the tab.
Lovely. Boyd, who do you want to... what sort of beer are you having with book?
All the beers. Nike's picking up the tab.
Okay, all the beers. Boyd, who do you want to have a beer with this week, and what type of beer would you consume?
Oh, I'm going to crack an Asahi, one of them really strong ones. They're really crisp. In the drink. You've broken out, Boyd.
Yeah. Normally it's a Great Northern or a Sandy, but you're onto the Asahis. I love it,
mate. And I'll tell you why. I went halves in a carton with a bloke at a piss up in the last couple of months. And by halves, I mean I drank half of them. I didn't pay for the fucking half of it. But he just so happened to be drinking Asahis. And it was a really hot day, and it was just really, they were really crisp, and they just went down like water. And I looked at them, and they were like fucking 6 or 7% or something, these ones. And I was just like, wow, that's cool as fuck. I'm going to have some Asahis, and I'm going to have them with none other than Jordan Ott.
Oh,
And
God damn it.
It's going to be a fucking kudos to you. You fucking little adjustment maker, you little fucking locker room whisperer, you. He's got buy-in from this team in all areas of the game, of a game, of any game, in the fact that we're off to good starts for the most part. We're fucking even when we're up, there's not as many lapses as what you would normally see, even in a good offense. Just a good, well-rounded team. There's not as many lapses. It's like he's fucking, if something happens and he sees it trending for a second, he fixes it. And he gets through to him. So he's not just trying, he doesn't try and fix it and then have someone go out there and just do what they want. They fucking follow Ott. I think they fucking follow him. They apply pressure from start to finish, and I fucking love watching that type of basketball. All balls in basketball.
It is nice to have a coach that our team actually likes.
And a coach that adjusts.
Yeah.
Because that was my beer with too. My beer with was who's down with OTT. We said it from the start. Is everyone down with OTT now?
You know me.
There was so many Suns fans that complained about the hiring of OTT.
It's just because he's from Michigan. That's it.
Because he was from Michigan. And I bet you those Suns fans are not fucking whining now, because the guy's doing an amazing job. And, yeah, he would have been my beer with too. But I'm going to keep with the theme of the pod, and I'm going to say Colin Gillespie, because he should win everything.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go Colin Gillespie. I was too. But I had two. I went with Ott.
I think that Colin would he'd like something like nice, heavy, with a bit of spirit and a bit of oomph. So I think we'd have a Guinness. I hate Guinness, but I think Colin would be right. He'd be down the Guinness alley. So I would suffer through that Guinness just to have that drink with Colin Gillespie. We wouldn't even have to talk, Colin.
Dizzy hates
hang out with you for a bit.
My beer was with Dizzy a week or two ago, and I believe he told me, this is late in the night when we're listening to fucking some old Tupac tracks and some fucking Mariah Carey, right? Late at night, hitting the early morning. And I said, man, I fucking can't stand that Guinness shit, because we found one in the back of the fridge, and he's like, fucking hate it, man. And now you're going to go and give him a Guinness, and he hates it.
He wouldn't have said that, mate. That bloke eats concrete.
Oh, he tells me, mate, we're tight.
He loves it.
Fuck that guy.
My fuck that guy's now Boyd for trying to ruin my moment with Colin Gillespie. Nate, who made you sit back this week and go, you know what? Fuck that guy.
It spiraled. There was one particular guy on Twitter that made me lose my shit, and then I realized there was a spiral of fuckers. And I know we don't normally give these guys any airtime, but fuck it, I will. So on the Book 2 release, there was one particular fuckhead. And it was I saw the click through from one of Brightside's articles on Bleacher. The guy's response was, the shoes nobody asked for. That's where I started to lose my fucking shit, and I immediately went, fuck that guy. But then I realized, looking through when I was doing my research on the shoe, which we'll get to, there's a bunch of haters on this. And I'll just read a couple out. This fucking idiot, Joe from Arizona, fully licensed for turnovers and choking at the end of games. Rhino King 9, them shit trash, laughed my ass off. Sadiq, who's apparently Glosser Dick, good luck to him. Shoes so fucking ugly, brah, both of them. Some other fucking idiot named Stereo Aaron went doing far too much with a shoe nobody wants for a player nobody likes. And then this other fuckwit, I'll leave it this one, at Fan Analysis. He's, by the way, he's non-certified and has 8 followers. This popped up from the Book 1 release. And he went, when is it enough for your dumbass to stop shooting the ball? 4 of 19, you fucking moron. Pass the fucking ball, you dipshit. Someone needs to teach you some fucking discipline. Bum ass ball hog. That's what he put up as a post for the book one release, which came back up. And that was on Books. I was actually on Books Twitter. Like, fuck all these guys. Fuck them.
You're muted, Gav. Again, you sound great.
While we're at it.
Yeah, he's still talking to himself in his head.
He must be as enraged by the Twitter feed as I am.
I was upset by that, Nate. Joel, no, nobody in Australia drinks this shit. We drink real beer down here, not that pretend shit that you have in the US. Boyd, I think he might be saying Michelob Ultras, but I don't know. Boyd, who made you sit back this week and go, you know what, fuck that guy?
Yeah, look, I could run with fucking Anthony Edwards. I could run with the referees, but I'm not. I'm going to run with this is a pullback to the start of the season when all the talking heads were going on about, we're going to have the worst defense. We're going to fucking have, we're not going to win any sort of games. Our entire schedule. We're going to win 15 games for the year. Well, we're nearly fucking already there, mate, and we've played about 15. So, fuck you guys, and which one is it? The fucking Brian Windhorst show, with McMenamin and fucking some other cock. They mentioned the Suns in one of their latest podcasts, and we were going really well. We were like 9-6. And there was no fucking lollies. There was no kudos. It was just like, that's just like they treated it like it was a freak of nature, and they didn't eat their hat at all. And it pissed me off. I wanted to see the cunts fucking choking it, and they didn't. And hopefully they do soon, and we keep on winning, and we can fucking we can get out. But on the turnover side, Nate, Gavin, just before you jump into yours, turnovers is a funny thing with the Suns. We are actually ranked 24th in the league.
Fuck those rankings.
That's really bad.
That's the segment.
That's really bad. That's our offensive turnovers. We're not very good at holding on to the ball currently. Book leads the league in turnovers currently. He's number one in that category. But here is the silver lining, the caveat. As far as a defensive statistic, when it comes to forcing turnovers from the opposition, we're ranked third in the league. So whilst we're giving it up on one end, we are fucking we're giving it back to them on the other end, if that makes sense. We're offsetting it somewhat. We're
also right up there. We're also right up there in deflections, right?
Deflections, yeah. But this is not all deflections are obviously turnovers.
No.
Yeah. But in actual turnovers, here's another thing on our turnovers. In that game, in that last game, I think against Minnesota, we had like 29 turnovers for the game, like astronomically high amount of turnovers. But we only, I think whereas last season, if we had 29 turnovers, they're scoring 60, 70 points from them turnovers. I don't think we had that many at all during last season. We only allowed like 26 points or 28 points or something from 29 turnovers. That's 0.5 of a point per turnover, which is fucking really good. It's not good in the sense of what it is, but it's good in the sense of last season that would have been a fucking different story. So I like that, whilst we're not perfect, if we sort out the turnovers, this team will be fucking elite.
So I'm glad that came up in the fuck that guy segment. Well done, Boyd.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So I'm going to I'm going to touch on this one, this comment from Kip, and the Wolves. So I was going to go with the referees, but I'm going to take a different tact. And shout out to Zona, Zona Hoops, bright side of the sun, Zona. He posted a clip of the Minnesota Timberwolves commentary team in the second quarter of the game talking about the Suns' record and the Suns' current record and their strength of schedule, where they listed the teams that we'd beaten and were basically laughing at the Suns' record. That was in the second quarter of the game. When I saw that clip, I definitely sat back and said, you know what? Fuck that guy. What I'd like to ask him is, how do you feel now, bitch? How's our record look now after we fucking scored 9 points in 48 seconds to whoop your bitch ass team? Oh, by the way, your superstar SG1 missed 2 foul shots to fucking put the game away in the clutch, in the death. He choked it away like a bitch.
Kip made a good point there too.
Boyd talked about 28 turnovers. Hey, Wolves commentators, Minnesota Wolves fans. Sure, we had 28 turnovers. Book turned the ball over 9 times. He didn't have his best game. You still fucking lost. You still lost.
Hoorah.
So, you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay with where the Suns are at. I'm okay with who we've beaten. We can only beat who's in front of us. And guess who we beat? We beat your punk bitch ass team. There you go.
Good segment.
Any comments on that? Any comments on that?
No, man, you said it perfectly. I agree.
In general, just a
100%.
hard
I did see that.
group of individuals. That's
Let's go.
how
One,
they
two,
are
three.
built.
1, 2,
That's how
3.
they're wired. That's what they do on a day-to-day basis.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Lock in.
Be as aggressive as we can all night long for 48 minutes.
What's up next? What's up this week? We have a fucking huge week of games, gents, before we pot again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games before we pot again. We start off with San Antonio, 12 p.m. Monday. Then we've got Houston at 1:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Sacramento at 2 p.m. at Sacramento on Thursday for an NBA Cup game. OKC at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday for an NBA Cup game. And then Denver at 1 p.m. on Sunday. What do you think our record looks like this week, Nate?
Without being too over-optimistic, my first glance when I went through it, I put us down for 2 wins and 3 losses. I had San Antonio at home for the win. The Houston game on a back-to-back, I had it down as a loss. No way we lose an NBA Cup game against Sac. OKC, regardless of what it is going to be an absolute test, and they can just the depth that they've got is going to be hard, especially it's our first time looking at them this season. And then to come off that with a back-to-back with Denver at home, I just think that's probably another loss. I honestly just think by the end of this week, the team's going to be absolutely fucking wrecked. And I don't
2 back-to-backs is tough, right?
I don't think you can blame losses on them for their performance this week when the schedule is just an absolute raw dog.
What's the second back-to-back?
Denver.
No, sorry, there's 2 back-to-backs. The first one's OKC and Denver.
San Antonio, Houston. And then at the end of the week, OKC, Denver.
And so it's just the 4 games we play? Or was it
5, mate.
It's Sacramento.
5th game Sac.
Is that in the middle of them, did you say? Or is that at the end?
Yes, in the middle.
Okay. Cool, I was right then. Sorry, mate.
What's your prediction, mate?
5-0. And I'll tell you how we get there. All right? We're going to kick ass. We're going to fucking Mate, here's what we. So first game, Spurs, no Wemby. We fucked them up last time. We fucking got in the head and ruined Wembanyama for the rest of his career because he realised that there's players like Royce O'Neal out there who can fucking shut him down. All right. We have then we have Houston, and these cunts are going to be there, and it's going to be a similar thing with the second game with the back-to-back with OKC and Denver. It being Denver. So the Houston game is going to be similar to that. So we've got a W there as well. So, mate, Houston, they're going to be thinking,
I'm not sure
second night of a back-to-back. Yeah, they're going to have their guard down, and they're already going to have their guard down because they've got Kevin freaking Durant, and he's just fucking too cool for school. He's just chilling. He'll be chilling there. Meanwhile, Goodwin's going to be in his fucking ass, mate. He's going to be in his fucking ass the entire game. Goodwin, or whether it's Goodwin done, doesn't matter because we're everyone that we fucking switch on to that man or he tries to get a fucking switch on this guy in his ass. We're all going to be living in KD's ass for the entirety of that game, and he's going to have a fucking shitter. Put him down for at least 5 turnovers, and we win that one comfortably on the second night of a back-to-back. OKC, all right, we're flying high. We've just taken out, our biggest fucking rival in the Western Conference, and we're going to go out to OKC, another team that's going to let their guard down a little bit, and we are going to see a masterclass from Devin Booker in that game. Now, this game against OKC isn't a game where we're going to be able to have a bad Booker game and everybody else pick up the pieces. It's going to have to be and everyone's there putting in, plus an exemplary game from Devin Booker. So I think Devin Booker drives us home against OKC with a fucking masterclass. Then, as I said before, the second night of a back-to-back, the guards are down still. Denver. Cam Johnson gets fucking Cam Johnson is going to be a bit, they're my old team. I loved them, still love them so much. He's going to have a shocker. He's going to shoot a million threes and only hit a couple. And, mate, Jokic, I don't know, man. I really want either Grayson or Dylan Brooks to fucking cut that cunt in half and break him because I hate him so much. But we're going to get Denver in between Sacramento. We all know the fucking deal there. That's where we fucking refresh and we get some fucking rookies some burn in that game. Probably the whole second half. We're going to see a quarter and a half of Kamar Mulawatch in that game. Kobe Bryant is going to give us a fucking 5-3 performance in the second half. Fuck, we're going to give it to them, cunts. So, yeah, 5-0, guys, and I don't see how you guys can see it any differently.
2 and 3.
2 and 3 as well.
2 and 3. Yeah, those.
Which ones do you reckon we drop, mate?
I'm with you. I think we pick up San Antonio and Sacramento. Look, I was actually on the fence with Houston. I feel like that there's a lot in our team that are going to. Honestly, I think Grayson plays against Houston. I think that's when he comes back. Those guys are going to be up.
Books, aren't they?
I think Book's going to be in a little bit of Armani mode. I think Brooks might get thrown out by somewhere before half time.
Double team by the end of the second. Oh, he's stalled up as well.
He froze again. His internet's
right
fucked
in
out.
the middle of a point.
I think, yeah, he's going to say, yeah. Look, I think most people will go 2 and 5, but I think I'm changing my opinion, and I think I'm going to agree.
No, it's 2 wins from 5
I'm going
players.
to agree with Boyd and go 5-0. I think that's what we'll just jot down for Gavin in his predictions. 5-0.
Kip's actually asked a good question back there around Mark Williams, where he plays on our.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in the next segment.
Okay then, fine.
But yeah, I think I was going to bring it. I was going to bring it back for the next segment. Don't get narky. Jeez, be nice. Why is everyone so angry? It's about the love, Nate. About the love. Yeah, I'm going 2 and 3, but it wouldn't surprise me if we went 3 and 2 and actually showed out against Houston. OKC is that far and away the best team in the NBA that it's not even funny. Everybody else is playing for second.
What are you going to do if we go 5-0 this week? Are you just going to change your fucking position on the Phoenix Suns this season?
No.
I mean, change the position. I'll change
Yeah,
positions on you. I need to give you a head job if they win all 5.
God damn it! Yes. Well, no. What I'm saying is,
We're not live potting that. We are not live potting that.
yes, we are.
We'll do that on your OnlyFans channel.
Will you guys take us out of the play-in conversation and into the bona fide fucking top 6? Because we're 6th seed right now, motherfuckers. We are not in the play-in.
I still think with a young team, eventually that drops off.
What?
So I'm going to stick. I think with the younger team, eventually towards the back half of the year, those type of wins drop off. So yeah,
I don't think you're. I don't think we can save you as a Suns fan, Gav. When I'm down there in Melbourne, he's dropped out again. That's just like his son's fandom drops in and out just about as much as his Wi-Fi does.
Yeah, and I've got to get into Central soon. The F1 starts in 45 minutes.
He's kidding himself.
If we go 5-0, you'll get all the props in the world, Boyd. But I
double
don't
blowies.
There's no double blowies. I am not
double blowies from you guys.
And I'm also not.
Well, he will be in your bed.
I just want you to commit to a sentence without cutting out, mate. That's all I want you to commit to. Mate, this is so much fun.
Fix your fucking internet so we can get on with this. I got shit to do.
Fuck, Gav.
I'm also not committed to this.
Are you back, Gav?
Thank you to everyone in the chat for sticking through this. This has been the most jilted fucking pod.
I think I'm going to enjoy watching this one back. I might up my comments from 20.
Just because your little filter you've got on your pretty little face there.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, but you look like you're on Minecraft.
Okay. Let's talk about what else happened this week. So all of the comments that have come up, yep, I'm not committing to that. All the other comments that have come up this week, a lot of discussion, obviously, because of his performance around Dizzy Gillespie and his potential contract situation and status and what moves forward. Number one, do you guys truly believe now that Dizzy Gillespie should be in the conversation for Sixth Man of the Year?
He's certainly working his way into it. Yeah.
I think
he
can't
right now.
Well, I think
now
he's paying like $60-$70 in the betting apps. So he's a good one to put money on right now. So I can't imagine he's ranking too highly in that Sixth Man of the Year category. Do you know, Gav?
I would think that before this week, he wouldn't have even been in anyone's discussions. But I certainly think that after this week, he should be. I mean,
what I think you were about to say, Gavin, before you cut out was Colin Gillespie from a bench role is he's playing to the level of a starter for starters, but he's not just doing your Jordan Clarkson thing, when Jordan Clarkson or fucking these other guys who are always in that conversation for Sixth Man of the Year. He's not just putting on points, which is a big thing for Sixth Man of the Year, of course. He's like I said earlier, he's contributing right across the board plus scoring points. He's averaging in double digits now for the first time since being with the Suns. I think he should be at least a top 5 candidate right now.
Well, it's upsetting that Ladbrokes don't even have a 6-man market, or if they do, I can't seem to access it, which is a bit shit. But I was going to put a bet on right there when you said $60. So.
Hey, get a VPN, my man.
What did you mean, Gav?
I answered for him.
I meant that he's not in the discussion now, but he probably should be next week. He's rated really highly, and is he number 1 for points off the bench, number 2 for assists, and like number 12 for rebounds or something like that off the bench.
I mean, he's been getting some extremely good rebounding games.
It's his performance has been insane. He's been so good.
What do you guys think he's garnering himself as a contract next off season? Because here's where it gets sticky.
It's sure as shit not going to be the Birds right contract, right? No matter what, we've got early Birds rights for Dizzy.
Yeah,
but that will allow us to pay him like $4 million a year.
Nope, it allows us to pay him between 10 to 12. It's just over 10 million.
No, not the Birds right. I don't think.
And we've still got the apron to worry about.
No, apron aside, so we can pay him MLE money, basically.
It's about the best that we can offer him is about 13 mil a year.
And if he really wants to be here, he'll take that
with a 4-year contract.
What that does is it. Are you? We have to talk about extending Mark Williams if we're talking about this because they go hand in hand in the sense that they are the two major extensions that need to be made this offseason. So we've got the repeater tax. I think the luxury tax is going to be at about 201 million. So I think we've got about, if we let some of our guys expire and go and rescind their cap holds, I think we've got about $23, $24 million in cap before we go over the luxury. Now, we can blow past the luxury, but it puts us into that repeater tax territory, which is a certain amount of years out of 5. If you're over it, you start freezing, your picks freeze at the end of 7 years or whatever it is. You know, the pick freezing thing? That's the little cap maneuver that I think that the Phoenix Suns are trying to avoid. I think that we stay under that luxury tax. And I think that if we re-sign Mark Williams and Colin Gillespie for what he's going to be worth, I think that we are we're obviously going to have to part ways with Nick, Big Dick Nick, which you guys won't mind about that. But we're also going to need to part ways with one of Grayson or Royce, who are fucking playing out of their panties this season. There's a tough call to make there. Now, we will be able to somewhat salary dump them where we get back some draft capital, I think. I think they're playing at that higher of a level that we will be able to do that. We won't have to attach anything. But that's what we're going to have to sacrifice, I believe.
So the challenge for us, I think, with his contract is if this is correct, these numbers, that we can effectively offer him $13,295,000. If another team out there really wants to pursue him, they can offer him $15 million.
Well, we'll see how much he loves us.
Guys, we'll have the MLE that we can throw out there too. And the MLE is, I think it's between 11 and 15 million. I just don't know if we have the full. I think we might have like 11 or 12 million left of that MLE exception. But yeah, we've got that at our disposal because we have flexibility since the Bradley Beal wave and stretch. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing. We're going to lose some of our core to retain them two guys, and that's the big question for the off-season.
Does that mean, was this the segment where you were going to come back to Mark Williams, Gav? I don't know if you can still hear us. Obviously not. What's your take on Mark Williams then, as far as, injury prone, not playing back-to-backs, effect? I know Gav wanted to talk about his impact on defensive rating for the team.
I think we are lucky that the minutes restriction and the back-to-back restriction is in place right now, because if he has really, because he did a lot of core work and he a lot of strengthening on his lower body over the off season, and he was wrapped in cotton wool basically, and he was put through the fucking works to prevent these ongoing injuries that he's had all of his career. And now they're just playing the safe game at the moment. I think there's a moment this season when they take the shackles off somewhat. I'm not sure if all the shackles come off, but either the back-to-back one or the minutes restriction gets lightened. If we weren't doing that, I think he is 100% playing himself into a contract that we would struggle. I mean, we can offer him we can match any contract, right? He's a restricted free agent. Mm-hmm. But in terms of what that does for the rest of our flexibility, the rest of the moves that we want to make as a team, where where we're positioned and roster wise, it would be crippling. So I think it's a good thing.
I mean, we're not going to be able to replace him. We had the same conversation about Nurk. We're not going to be able to replace him with any value for the same kind of money. And because we've got some opportunity there to actually lock him up with the restricted rights, I think we have.
Where do you see Mark Williams?
Hey?
At a dollar number in an extension? Where do you see his value?
I don't think we've seen enough of how healthy he is, because definitely the fact that he's being handled with kiddie gloves, he's on minutes restrictions, just to see how many games we can get out of him this season. That's definitely still got his value low. I mean, last year the Lakers were willing to take a flyer on him, but still didn't go through. The injury concerns haven't been put away, and as long as the league is aware of the minutes restrictions and how he's being handled to try and get a full season out of him, I don't think the value is going to go as high until maybe next season. I think it could be a little too risky, which helps us. But I think we need to maintain him because if he is healthy, the upside there is we're not going to be able to match it.
I think the best case scenario is that we get him on that 15 to 20 in the starting year with your 8% increases year on year annually. But I think he may very well be playing himself in that 25 to 30 per year if some of these injury restrictions are taken off, and he starts
and he doesn't re-injure.
Yeah. I mean, if he can put that baby to bed, I think that we're in trouble contractually. We're not in trouble. It's a good problem to have, but it's just going to stifle us a little bit in other areas.
Welcome back, Gav. We've just covered off Mark Williams in your absence.
Fantastic. How'd it go?
Yeah, well, just quickly, Gav, where do you see him being?
Is he playing back-to-back?
Well, I hope he does.
I don't care what he gets extended at right now. I'll only focus on this year for the moment with Mark Williams.
I know you don't care, but what do you think he's worth?
What can we pay?
He's restricted, so we can fucking give him the farm.
Look, he's probably worth. He'd be worth what DA was fucking worth, surely.
One would think. DA wasn't worth that.
No, DA wasn't worth max money.
In hindsight.
25.
That's what I was saying. And I was just saying to Nate that I think we'd be lucky to get him for that 15 to 20 if he's still limited with injuries and just wrapping him in cotton wool. I said, but if he breaks off some of them injury shackles and the minutes restrictions and really fucking opens up, I think we could be in that 25 to 30 range.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think you're spot on there. 25 to 30 sounds about right. But for me, it's his impact.
Oh, fuck me. We've wasted 15 minutes on this fucking pod just covering Gav's frozen fucking screen.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Fuck me. Let's go off the last couple of segments so we can
all Wi-Fi signals aside, he's actually not a bad bloke. I give him... I've got 10 mates, right? And he's in my top 10. And that's all I'll say.
He's usually the cornerstone of this fucking pod. And today is a fucking liability.
You've been the cornerstone today, Nate.
Well,
you're looking very, very dapper today, I will say.
Do we move on or wrap it up?
I will not say that this is fucking infuriating. Telstra is about to get a very, very fucking nice message from me.
Let's wrap this up while you've got some internet.
Fucking hell. This is fucking doing my head in. All right, Books release some new shoes. Talk to me, Nate. What are your thoughts?
I'm excited. To be honest, more power to him. Create your legacy, be legendary. There's a lot of comments out there making stupid comparisons to Adidas. When if you have a look at the shoe, the Adidas comparison, it's really just embossed sections around the lacing. There's a lot of comparisons from book 1 and book 2 to the Nike Sabrinas. What I'm excited for the book 2s, and I want to actually see them, is there's a lot of talk about more comparisons to the AF1s. The AF1s are my favorite fucking sneaker of all time. They're all so fucking perfectly comfortable. I got like 5 pairs of them. So I'd be keen to see what similarities there are to the AF1s. There's talk that the sneaker sole has been flattened out. I still don't know if they've changed that curve in the inside of the foot, though. The other thing is the upper material change, because those book 1s, the cloth ones, were fucking nightmare to keep clean. My pink ones are just fucking
especially
great.
living in Singapore.
Oh, they're just a fucking nightmare. So I'm looking forward
Especially
to
living in Singapore. My blue ones when I was over in Singapore got destroyed because of the rain.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the material change and whatever comparisons there are, the AF1s. I'm not too happy with all the comparisons being made to other shoes and saying they're rip-offs, and I've expressed my discontent. So, yeah, I'm Big Kev excited.
Has he frozen? I think he has.
He's frozen again.
Okay. Well, do you want to know what I think about the shoes?
Go on. Why don't you tell us, Boyd? What do you think about the shoes that you've just seen the picture of for the first time?
I think that the orange ones look very plasticky, and it looks like they'll break. It looks like they're very cheap, and they're probably not. And I just don't know my shoe materials and how they sort of fucking hold up very well. But they just don't look like they're going to hold up, man. And they're too bright. Like I'm an adult. I like the book ones. The book ones they were a nice casual look. Some suede type.
So I think while I've still got net, that's a good point, Boyd. The book ones were more a casual wear. I think these are more basketball shoes.
Yeah.
The write-up on the Nike website about how they were put together and Book's comments were quite interesting. The fact that he made a comment saying, I want to be closer to the floor. I want to feel the floor. I thought that was kind of fucking strange. But he's definitely talked more about making them a basketball shoe over the streetwear, but maintaining that casual skate feel, which he brought into the book ones.
Well, the black ones tick that box for mine. I'd pick the black ones 10 times out of 10 over the orange ones.
These ones?
Yeah, actually don't mind them. But still not as good as the ones.
I think they're a nice shoe. I think they're a nice shoe. Before we roll out tonight, we want to mention Brightside Night, which is a night run by the Bright Side of the Sun, where you can donate money to the Brightside Night, and they will take underprivileged kids to have an opportunity to go and watch a basketball game. Nate, do you want to sort of throw something else in here?
Yeah, just the suns.com/brightside is the address. I went and bought mine this week. It's $30 USD for a single ticket, and that guarantees a kid gets to go see the game. No issues even being in Singapore using the Suns website. It's just a Ticketmaster login. So, yeah, suns.com/brightside. Go help a kid.
Boyd.
Yeah, a great cause. Great cause. John Voight is doing a great job over there with them. I think the Ispiers are putting in again, or they've been approached. They put in a large chunk last time. But yeah, a worthy cause. Get amongst it. Go take a kid to a game. Let's carry that flame for Dave King. It's something that he held close to his heart. This event every single year. He poured a lot of time into it, and the least we can do is give it a shout out and buy some tickets and support it.
good on John Voider and the Suns too for continuing that night. It's a good legacy to have for Dave.
And yes, absolutely. If you can, if you're in a position to go in, I think it's like $15. Donate. A kid can go along. It's a great cause. Lastly, gents, before we wrap up, of course, today Rodney Rogers passed away. Shout out to and thoughts and prayers to his family. Sixth man of the year for the Phoenix Suns. Any comments you guys want to make there?
Hey, he's up there banging around with Big Cliff, Big Dog, Robinson. Oh, man, with what a fucking good era for the Suns that was. And, yeah, it's really sad. He's not that old. He'd be 50. He'd be 50-odd. Gav, Rodney?
56, I believe he was.
6 he was? Yeah. Very sad.
There you go.
How did he die?
54. He was in an
accident, I'm going to guess you were saying. But, yeah, no, it's it's very sad. We've lost a couple recently, and it's, rest in peace, Rodney.
This getting old shit sucks, man.
Yeah.
Stop going to weddings, start going to funerals.
You'll be dead soon, Nate. You're going to be fucking – how old are you now?
Mate, we're the same age, dickhead.
Oh, fuck. You're so much older.
I just got a grey beard.
Let's wrap this fucking shit show up. Nate, any comments? Where do we find you?
No more comments. I'm off to the pub to watch the Vegas F1 with my buddies. Central. Fuck yes. At Nicky's Falcon. Not frozen.
And Boyd, where can we find you, mate? Mate, you can find me at Buds83 on the Twitter. You can find me at Aussie Suns Fans on the Instagrams, at Fucko on a mystery platform. And, yeah, you can find me in my garage right now.
Thanks to the chat for persevering through that shit show too.
Yeah, apologies to everyone in the chat. Apologies to everyone listening. Hopefully my fucking Wi-Fi sorts itself out. At Aussie Suns Fans on Twitter. At Aussie Suns Fans on YouTube. Like, subscribe, do all that sort of shit. Help us out just a little bit. Stop being assholes. I mean, serious. Yeah. Come on, guys. Boyd's still the only one that's commenting. Go Suns. We're flying. We will pod next week. We'll decide whether or not we do it before the Denver game or after the Denver game, but probably before, because last week before the game was fucking awesome. It's just that Nate has to wake up early. We will be back next week. We're having fun. Suns basketball's fun again. And when Suns basketball's fun again, it means that the Aussie Suns fans are not here to fuck spiders.
Pierre Cardin. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring.